Hey everyone, it's Luna here from the Decor channel, where we bring you tons of seasonal home decor inspiration. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so excited to have you join me today for some cozy and vintage-inspired St. Patrick's Day decorating ideas. We're diving into how you can bring a touch of rustic charm and traditional Irish elements together to create a space that feels both inviting and full of charm. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video if you love all things home decor, and leave a comment telling me your favorite St. Patrick's Day tradition. I can't wait to hear from you. Now, let's jump right into the fun. Whether you're hosting a big St. Patrick's Day gathering or just want to infuse your space with some festive vibes, I've got the perfect ideas to transform your home into a cozy haven that blends rustic warmth with traditional Irish flair. Grab a cup of tea, and let's get inspired together. The foundation of a rustic-inspired home is, of course, wood. For St. Patrick's Day, this means focusing on wooden accents that give a warm, earthy feel. Start with a wooden mantelpiece or rustic shelving. These can be adorned with a mix of vintage books, ceramic pots, and candles to give your space a cozy atmosphere. A reclaimed wood coffee table or side tables would also be perfect for adding an authentic touch. Wooden frames for your St. Patrick's Day artwork or photographs will enhance that rustic look. Think about using neutral tones for a more understated vibe, or going for a bit of green detailing in your frames to tie in the festive spirit. Mixing textures will also add interest. Add a linen or burlap runner to your wooden dining table, along with some greenery to bring life to the space. Finally, consider using reclaimed wood for DIY projects, like a rustic wreath with moss or a simple wooden sign that reads, "Happy St. Patrick's Day." These little touches really bring that country-inspired feel into your home while still staying true to the traditional St. Patrick's Day aesthetic. Green is, of course, the star of St. Patrick's Day decor, and what better way to introduce this color than through vintage-inspired greenery? Think about lush, cascading ivy and fern arrangements that you can display in old brass or terracotta pots. These types of plants give a cozy, lived-in feel, which is exactly what we're going for in a rustic space. You can also make DIY garlands from fresh or faux greenery to hang along your mantel or drape across your dining table. For an added vintage touch, use floral arrangements in old glass milk bottles or small mason jars. These little details will give your home that perfect blend of traditional elegance and rustic charm. forget about moss. Moss balls or moss-covered vases are a simple yet effective way to add texture and color to your decor. These bring a soft, earthy vibe that makes the space feel grounded, which is so important for achieving that cozy, vintage-inspired atmosphere. When it comes to St. Patrick's Day, shamrocks are a must. But instead of opting for plastic decorations, I love using real or faux clovers to create an authentic touch. Place a small vase or jar filled with fresh shamrocks on your coffee table or windowsill. For a rustic twist, use a weathered tin can or ceramic mug as a vase. You can also go the extra mile by hanging vintage-inspired shamrock decorations, such as metal shamrocks or paper garlands, around your home. These could be strung across the front door or placed on a rustic ladder for an eye-catching display. A little bit of green here and there goes a long way in making your home feel festive. For a more subtle approach, try incorporating tiny shamrock details into your table settings. Embroidered napkins with small shamrock designs or placemats with a touch of green will add just the right amount of charm to your St. Patrick's Day gatherings without overwhelming the space. When we think rustic, we also think comfort, and one of the best ways to create a warm, welcoming space is through textiles. For St. Patrick's Day, layer your sofa with cozy throws in shades of green, beige, and cream. A chunky knit throw or a wool blanket will instantly add that rustic charm while keeping you comfortable. Pillows are another great way to bring in the rustic vibes while keeping the traditional St. Patrick's Day theme in mind. Choose cushions with plaid or checkered patterns, or ones that feature soft touches of green and gold. You can also find pillows with Irish-inspired sayings or designs to add a bit of whimsy to your space. For your dining area, bring in vintage table linens, like lace or linen tablecloths, paired with simple cloth napkins. These fabrics give off an old-world charm that complements both rustic and traditional aesthetics. And don't forget about woven baskets to hold fresh bread or fruit. They're the perfect vintage touch. Rustic decor is all about character, and what better way to infuse character into your St. Patrick's Day celebration than with vintage finds and antiques? Visit your local thrift store, flea market, or antique shop to find items like old brass lanterns, vintage crockery, or worn-in wooden crates. These types of pieces have so much personality and will help make your home feel lived in and loved. You could create a beautiful centerpiece with vintage silverware or old pewter mugs filled with greenery or seasonal blooms. Mixing and matching different vintage pieces, whether it's a collection of antique books or rustic candlesticks, creates a sense of timelessness that enhances the traditional side of your St. Patrick's Day decor. Another great vintage-inspired touch is using old maps or postcards of Ireland. Frame them and hang them on your walls for a subtle nod to the holidays' roots. This will give your space an understated yet elegant St. Patrick's Day flair without being too overwhelming. Gold is a classic element that ties beautifully into St. Patrick's Day decor, especially when combined with rustic charm. Consider adding gold elements to your space with picture frames, candle holders, or decorative trays. These small gold accents add just the right amount of festive sparkle without overpowering the natural rustic feel. A fun way to incorporate gold is with vintage gold coins or clovers, which can be scattered across a mantel or added to your centerpiece. These bring in that St. Patrick's Day magic while still blending seamlessly with your rustic theme. Don't forget to add gold to your table settings. Gold-rimmed plates, flatware, or glasses elevate your St. Patrick's Day dinner parties, making them feel both elegant and inviting. This combination of rustic textures with hints of gold is perfect for creating a home that feels cozy yet special. A fireplace is often the heart of a cozy rustic home, and it's the perfect place to decorate for St. Patrick's Day. Consider hanging a garland of green vines or shamrocks across your mantel, or adding vintage-style candles in brass holders for that warm, flickering glow. You can also use candles in different shapes and sizes to create a soft, romantic atmosphere in any room. Think about adding beeswax or soy candles in earthy tones to enhance the rustic charm. The flicker of candlelight, combined with your St. Patrick's Day decor, will create a relaxing and festive environment. Don't forget about your fireplace screen or the hearth. A woven basket filled with firewood or a small collection of vintage tools will give the area that extra rustic touch. It's all about layering different textures and elements to bring out the vintage-inspired, cozy feel. For a St. Patrick's Day gathering, a rustic tablescape is a must. Begin with a burlap or linen table runner to create a base that's earthy and simple. From there, layer in vintage plates or chargers, along with mismatched silverware for that lived-in rustic look. To enhance the festive vibe, add small mason jars with green floral arrangements, or sprinkle some faux gold coins or glitter across the table. Simple but elegant napkin rings, perhaps made from twine and a small green sprig, will complete your look. For a final rustic touch, consider a wooden breadboard or charcuterie platter in the center of your table. This not only serves as a practical centerpiece, but also ties into the vintage-inspired theme perfectly, giving your St. Patrick's Day dinner a warm, homey feel. For a nostalgic, traditional touch, vintage signage is a great way to bring personality to your St. Patrick's Day decor. Look for old wooden signs with sayings like Luck of the Irish or Erin Go Braff. These add that old-world charm and would fit beautifully within a rustic space. If you can't find any vintage signs, create your own. Using wood planks, chalk paint, or stencils, make your own charming St. Patrick's Day sign to hang in the entryway or over the fireplace. It's an easy DIY that can be personalized for your home. Also, consider vintage-style postcards or prints framed around your home. These bring a sense of nostalgia while still feeling festive. Simple, yet impactful, these pieces can add that perfect traditional touch to your St. Patrick's Day decor. Greenery is a classic part of St. Patrick's Day decor, and pairing it with rustic vases takes it to another level. Consider using old watering cans, metal pitchers, or even large glass jars to hold an assortment of greenery like ivy, ferns, or even faux shamrocks. unique touch is to create a greenery display along your dining table or entryway. Mix textures by combining tall, draping plants with shorter, bushier ones. This layering technique will add dimension and bring a natural, earthy vibe to your space. Don't be afraid to mix different types of vases and containers. A collection of mismatched rustic vessels, each holding its own kind of greenery, creates a visually appealing and relaxed aesthetic that still feels cohesive. Wall art can truly tie your St. Patrick's Day decor together, and with a rustic twist, it adds a lot of character. Look for vintage Irish posters or antique botanical prints to bring that traditional feel into your space. A framed map of Ireland is a wonderful way to incorporate the theme while keeping it sophisticated. Handmade art is another great way to add a personal touch to your space. Consider framing some pressed clovers or creating a simple green watercolor piece yourself. The beauty of rustic decor is that it doesn't have to be perfect. It's about celebrating the imperfect and handmade. For a more subtle approach, use antique frames and hang a collection of small black and white photos. These could be images of Ireland, traditional Irish symbols, or even family pictures to create a timeless, vintage-inspired gallery wall. Integrating elements of Irish heritage into your decor adds an authentic touch to your St. Patrick's Day celebrations. Incorporate elements like Celtic knot designs or use green tartan fabric to upholster cushions or create a throw. These nods to Irish culture will enhance the overall rustic and traditional atmosphere. You could also display items that are reflective of Irish craftsmanship, such as handwoven baskets, pottery, or vintage Irish linen. These kinds of heirloom-quality pieces lend authenticity to your decor and carry the timeless beauty of Irish tradition. Incorporating Irish music or books about Irish history and folklore can further enrich the ambience and make your home feel like a celebration of both rustic and traditional St. Patrick's Day themes. And that's a wrap for today's video. I hope you've gathered some fun, creative ideas for incorporating rustic and traditional St. Patrick's Day decor into your home. Whether you're throwing a party or just looking to celebrate in a cozy way, there's something for every space and style. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more seasonal home decor inspiration. I'd love to hear what ideas you're planning to try in your own home. Stay cozy, stay inspired, and I'll see you next time. Happy decorating! Pause 2.00s.